Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those other joints out there. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. And I'm back, y'all, to make some sense out of this nonsense. Now, it's Friday night. First things first, let me check and see if people can hear me, if these gadgets are working. Sometime it take a second to kick in. So if you are joining the chat, I only see I got 2 people in the chat. Where's everybody at? Where's everybody at in the chat? Where's everybody at in the chat? Where y'all at, man? Hold on one second. Okay. Maybe. Do we got a gremlin in it? I don't know. Maybe the notifications is taking its good old time. Maybe the internet's is looking for live streams like mine, who's going to be addressing the whole situation that took place yesterday. They're like, oh, crap. We don't want people talking about this. Let's slow down the reaction. Send out those notifications 1 every hour. There you go. So somebody said, hey, Kev, that is Anita. What's happening, Anita? Anita, caught up in the rapture of love. What, Anita Cole? The Anita Baker. Remember her? I won't live with love. She sounded like, a little bit of Michael McDonald in her. I won't baby. Good old Anita Baker, man. I won't be neglected. And I won't be denied the pleasure of your kisses, the pleasure of your smile. Man, those were good times, man. At the end, there's certain people, you know their voice. You know their voice. I mean, a lot of these singers sound all the same, but when Anita starts singing, you go, that's Anita Baker. Another one is Sade. I gave you all the love I got. I gave you more than I could give. You like, that's Sade. Erykah Badu's another one. You're on my mind. She got that little whine in her voice. Yeah. So there's some Prince. He's another one. From the first moment I saw you. You're like, that's Prince. Cool. I knew you were the one. You know what? So I think Miguel Jackson. He's another one. Michael Jackson. You're like, that's Mike. That's Mike. Many have tried to imitate them, but yeah, you just can't do it, man. There's some people you just got to say, man, leave them alone. Oh, Patti LaBelle is another one. I'm on my own. Her and what's the other one? We're going to take the beginning of this song. Normally, we never, ever do anything nice and slow. But we're going to take the beginning of this song. Yeah, what is her name? Rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Oh, man. Had the nice legs. Good grief. Played in Tina Turner. Thank you. See, now we done turned the whole Friday night show into music and artist trivia. Let me get focused while people, logging in. Let me get focused. Okay, I got caught up for a minute. All right, reminiscing. So anyways, Friday night, hit the like button, share my video. Toni Braxton's another one. See, nothing, y'all go. Y'all won't let me go. The more I try to get out, you pull me back in. She's another one. Come on, we might as well go ahead. Let's get it out the system. Give me another one. Give me another. Anybody else? Huh? What about Stevie Wonder? He's another one. Ma chérie amour. You kind of know Stevie's voice. Any other? Al Green. I like collard greens, man. Al Green's another one. I'm like, I think that's Al Green. Yeah, man. All right. Aretha Franklin. Yeah. Now, they don't sing like Aretha used to. I mean, that's old school singing right there. Marvin Gaye. How could I forget Marvin Gaye? Boy, I tell you. Wasn't he a Metamucil? Man, he was a Metamucil. All right, now, I could go on and on all day, but I gotta... Oh, my man from Dream On. Love him. You know his voice. Every time I look in the mirror. You know his voice. Dream on. Yeah, all right. Shake it off. All right, I got to get focused. I got to get through this, y'all. I got to get through this. All right. Then y'all going to hit me with the Whitney. Barry White. Whitney Houston's another one. But Barry White, sure you're right. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. Good old Barry, man. All right, now I'm serious. All right, y'all, leave me alone. Leave me be now. Leave me be. Hit the like button, man. Share my videos and all that good stuff. Let me get loose, because obviously y'all can hear me. All right, so let me get loose so we can get busy. Real gorilla, real gorilla, real gorilla. Gorillas in here, gorillas in here, gorillas in here, gorillas in here. Yeah, man. So if this is your first time joining this show, please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all the other social media platforms. The link is right beneath this video. Janis Joplin, see, y'all just won't quit. She's another one. She did have a very unique voice. I must say, she had a very Minnie Whipperton. Oh, she was another one. La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Don't even think about it. I'm not even going to try to do it. I ain't even going there. Okay. So anyway, hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other platforms. And this number, 330-974-4607. If you text MAGA to that number, then me and you can hang out just in case they kick me off the internets and stuff like that. Now, if you want, you can also visit Kevin's Corner Store, and you can support the channel directly through simply donating to my Cash App or my PayPal. Yeah, if you haven't given all your money yet to Donald Trump, because we're going to be talking about covering the reaction to this. I mean, did you think it wouldn't be a fallout? Cause and effect. Did the Democrats and Fat Albert think that they could just go ahead and do something like this? I don't even think the Democrats and these globalists and whoever is behind all this stuff, I don't even think they stop for a second to anticipate cause and effect. I mean, don't they have some people on their squad to do deductive reasoning? Nobody on their squad be like, whoa, wait. Now, y'all do realize this is not going to come without consequences. I mean, we can't just go out there and obviously attack the leading candidate of the Republican Party, who is beloved by millions, who is supported by millions, and we don't think it's going to be any fallout? Or do they just not care? Are they that desperate or that arrogant to think that we can do this and they could be mad as if they want, but so what? So what? What they going to do? What y'all going to do? Somebody said they didn't get a notification. Well, I'm glad you made it anyway. I appreciate it, Luciano. Yeah, that's why I try to do it every night at 7 o'clock. So this way people can just find me. They know where I'm at. They ain't got to rely so much on the notifications. So yeah, it's almost like they don't think, you got to anticipate reactions. You're like, oh, yo, you know what? If I go over there and I slap that pit bull on top of the head, there's a high probability it's going to bite the mess out of it. I'm just saying. If I go over there while the bear's sleeping and start to poking it, talking about it, hey, y'all see me? Y'all see me? Hey, take a selfie. Take a selfie. You might just be taking a selfie of a murder, a slaughtering, because you didn't anticipate the possibility of the bear waking up and biting the mess out of you. It was hilarious. I was watching, I get caught up on those reels that be on Instagram where folks be getting jacked up because they do stupid stuff. There was this guy, I don't know if he's Indonesia, he's somewhere, some guy from India perhaps, and he's up there playing with this huge crocodile, entertaining the people. They're like, oh, look at him. Oh, look at that. He's on the crocodile's back, got his little stick, tapping it on the back of the head, looking at the people, overconfident. And I'm thinking to myself, he do realize that's a crocodile. I don't care how relaxed it looked. I don't care if he looked like he was drowsing off. That bad boy in the middle of this dude looking at the people smiling, turned around and got hold of that man's hand and started yanking him all over the place. And the people were screaming and I was laughing. I mean, I assume if they allowed it to be on the internet, he didn't die. That's all I'm saying. So I'm like, I'm safe to laugh at this, right? Because, I'm sure I'm not going to see a murder take place on Instagram. So obviously he survived. But what were you doing poking that crocodile on the back of the head and not thinking that maybe that crocodile just might turn around and bite me? And it did. And that's where the Democrats are. They have been poking the crocodile on the head for about 6 to 8 years now. And it ain't just Trump. They're poking us on our head too. Now they done woke the crocodile up and the crocodile's all over them. So I wonder how they're going to react to that. So let's see some reactions from just, people just pouring in some news and things like that. I want to go over a couple of those because I thought some of these were very interesting and inspiring and insightful. However, I think there are some naive Democrats out there and commentators on the left who think they might have finally got rid of Orange Man. Is this the last of Orange Man? Huh? Is MAGA man finally done for, ladies and gentlemen? Is this the death of Orange Man?
Oh no.
Look at that. Democrats.
Oh my.
Oh no. Look at Donald Trump. Oh, that's how they looking at him right now. I've been watching them, y'all. They out there celebrating him like they finally killed Orange Man. They sitting there like that. You see, it's finally justice done. Finally paid up, and Trump finally has been caught. And I look at all the stuff he's gotten through, and they finally got him. That's the Democrats. They're looking at him like, yeah, we finally got rid of Orange Man. Until, he's not done. Don't put him in a casket. I know they would love to. Yeah, he's like Hulk Hogan was back in the 80s when they would grab him. Big old Andre the Giant would grab him in the bear hug. Andre, yes, absolutely. I will beat Hulk Hogan this time. He'd grab Hulk Hogan, put him in a bear hug, and the ref got to pretend to check and make sure he's still conscious, They would lift Hogan's hand, and it would fall back down. And as a kid, I thought that mess was real too. I'd be like, come on, Hogan. Come on, baby. Then they lift his hand again and it'll fall back down. And the commentator's like, oh my God, if he doesn't respond this time, the fight is over. And they would lift his hand a third time and he would be like, and everybody would start screaming. And he double axe handle, chop to the ears, poke to the eyes, and he's out. Yeah, he's back out there running across to the turnbuckles and bringing those 32-inch pythons, brother, across somebody's jaw. So soon as they thought he was out, he would come back. Same thing with Trump. Now, I don't know why they haven't learned this lesson thus far, because they have tried to take him out so many times. So many times. But this one is unique because this right here has crossed the Rubicon. They finally got a conviction that everybody knows is bootleg. Even the fake people out there celebrating this and pretending that this is okay. They all know that this was bootleg. And I guess they're just at the point where they're like, well, this is our last ditch effort. Let's see how it works out. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to see how it works out. But I think they have awakened a sleeping giant.
With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists, and fascists. The sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm ready for war. Yeah, man. So now, I heard they broke the internets. Yeah. Soon as they convicted him, the internets got broke. Well, at least one part of the internets. The one that is responsible for collecting donations for Donald Trump. And I heard that 30% of those donations came from folks who've never even donated. Folks is coming off the bench donating. I heard that a lot of folks who was like, man, I'm not even really into politics, or I don't know who I'm voting for. Now they go, whoa, what is this crap? What is this mess? Now I gotta vote. And you would be a fool if you misinterpret what happened yesterday. See, it's one thing to hear they're always pursuing the road runner. It's one thing to say, well, there they go after Trump again, and this and this and that. But when they finally go too far, when they finally do something that you said, this is odd. If you can't put two and two together, if you can't see how dangerous this is, if you really think that they finally got justice and finally pinned down Orange Man bad because he did something, then you're stupid. Because you're not able to calculate all of the attempts to get him. You're not able to see all of the attempts that failed just to get this one, and this is the weakest one that they proposed. So you should conclude that they have been using the power and the system to go after this man since day one. With the fake dossier, Russia collusion, the first impeachment, the second impeachment. If you're not able to coordinate all of this together in your head and say, wait a minute, they didn't just pull this last one out of nowhere. This is a pattern. They are shooting. They're just saying, let's throw darts. Let's see, maybe we'll hit the bullseye. So it's obvious they have a goal and an agenda, and also the resources and the power and the evilness to do this. So you're not talking about just some dude on the corner. You ain't talking about a beef that's taking place on the streets that won't impact you. You're talking about an entity and organizations and institutions that have complete power over our country and our judicial system, which mean they could come down on you like a hammer. Yeah, if they're able to just keep fishing and going after Trump over and over, and if you really think that every time they went after him, it was legit, boy, I tell you, you need to come sit right here in Kevin's corner and let me school you. Because you got to be one naive person to think that, well, yeah, absolutely, he's a Russian agent. And you know what else he is? He should get impeached because he was trying to coordinate with, Ukraine. Yeah, you know what? He's an insurrectionist too. And guess what? He also tried to, if you think all of these things were legit, you're stupid. If you think none of them was legit, and all of a sudden this last one is legit, you're still stupid. All the other ones, man, yeah, those weren't legit. But now this one is legit. You're stupid. And this is a dangerous precedent that these folks have launched. Somebody mentioned and defined it as the Pearl Harbor of our judicial system. They have destroyed it. They have attacked it to the point now where it's like, now we got to respond. So let's see some of the reaction that is taking place from this verdict.
Listen, Brett, want to go to you first? Just want to get your initial reaction to this conviction on 34 charges.
I think we got to focus on the silver lining. The man is free now to go out and actually campaign, get out there and connect with the American people, because I think this was not unsurprising. You cannot be surprised when a judge eliminates, let's look at it from the beginning.
Now, I've been saying it the whole time. I don't put anything past them. I even mentioned it the other day. I'm like, man, something ain't right. I smelt something in the atmosphere when you had the Biden administration preemptively saying that we're going to come out and comment about this. They must have known something. They must have known a guilty verdict was coming down the pipeline. As much as I wanted to have faith, much as I wanted to believe that somebody would do the right thing, something in me said, if they are willing to go this far and bring in all of these stupid witnesses, got the bad judge, obviously bringing in Biden's people to help. I mean, something is fixed. And sure enough, we get the guilty verdict. Now, it's one thing thinking about it could happen, but to see it happen, knowing that this right here opened up Pandora's box that can never be closed again. There's some things you just can't unsee. You can't undo it. You can't unring the bell, man. Once the bell goes bing, it's ringed. You can't unring it. So now this has consequences for the rest of the history of our country. Yeah. So let's see what this guy has to say about it, and maybe he can coach us up on what could be the next move.
Eliminates the evidence that will come in support of Donald Trump. Does not rule.
So y'all hear that? The judge was the key factor in all of this. Bragg was just going along for the ride. None of this would fly without the corrupt judge quarterbacking the whole thing. So now let me see what the judge did. See, because it was hard for us to believe that Trump was going to get a fair outcome with the judge doing what?
I think this was not unsurprising. You cannot be surprised when a judge eliminates, let's look at it from the beginning, eliminates the evidence that will come in support of Donald Trump.
Look at that. We like to bring in a witness that could, no. Wait a minute. Oh, how about can we bring in this one guy who? Nope. And then you got Bragg. Can we bring in the porn star? Absolutely. Can we bring in the former liar that lied to almost everybody and robbed Donald Trump, stole from him? Absolutely. Is there any restrictions to which she can say, no, let her go ahead and vomit up all the details? Is there any restrictions that Michael Cohen needs to have when he's online every single night bashing Trump? Nah. You know what? Let me go ahead and pretend that hey, Michael, come on, man, stop it. Man, you shouldn't be online doing that. Hey, tell Michael to stop doing that. Did he? No? Okay. See, so you let all of these folks do whatever they want to do, and then you gag Trump and won't let anybody come in that the defense wants to bring in to have a fair rebuttal to all of this garbage. Now, I wonder why the judge wouldn't let these people come in and speak in all this evidence. Why wouldn't he allow them to submit this evidence?
Does not rule evidence that's unfairly prejudicial against coming in. Does not allow certain witnesses the defense wants to pull in.
Oh, and I wonder why. And then when they did bring in one witness, Costello, it was constant interruption. Breaking the flow, allowing the prosecution to object to everything and sustaining everything. So I saw it from afar. I'm like, man, this judge is corrupting. And just the fact when they were asking him to recuse himself after all those details came out about him donating and about his daughter, and then when it came down to him to recuse himself, I'm like, he's not recusing himself because he's the guy. He's their guy. See, they have handpicked certain people that they absolutely need. They are chess pieces. They're not just pawns. These are the key pieces. He was like the queen. See, Bragg was maybe like the king because the king ain't really that important in chess. You know, one space here, one space there. He's just a figure piece. It's the queen that does all the damage. And if you get that queen taken, you're done. If you play chess and you flub up and get your queen taken early, you're like, can we start over? You almost want to knock all the pieces down. Like you did it in an accident. Oh, man, let me go get something to drink. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Dang. You remember where they were at? You remember what it? No? Okay, we might as well start over. Let's set it up again. Because you know it's going to be hard times without your queen. And that's the thing with that judge. They knew this is the key. Without him, this case don't fly. So what else did that judge do?
Shuts down the defense's cross-examination and direct examination of the only witness they did
Isn't
allow.
that all?
And then instructs the jury using an instruction that begs the question whether or not the Constitution was ever part of the curriculum of Judge Merchan's legal education.
What? So you mean to tell me the judge was instructing the jury and kind of coaching them towards some shenanigans? Now, look, I'm not telling you to find Trump guilty, but I'm just saying, you don't really need to look at too many of the details because sometimes you could just look at a person and kind of tell that they're guilty. So I'm just saying, if that's what you want to go on, if you want to just go on, maybe some news reports or, your own gut feeling about whether he's guilty or evil or anything, feel free. We don't have a real strict guideline. Okay. It's kind of open-ended. Whatever you guys want to do, have at it. But if it was me, I would kind of lean toward, but hey, I'm just the judge. I'm not here to guide you towards a guilty verdict.
So nobody should be surprised. I'm not surprised. We should be upset. We should be frustrated, but we should also be planning the response.
What? We need to be planning our counterattack? Well, where you at? I want to know what the counterattack should be.
Response in this country.
Brad, like you, I worked with Democrats and Republicans when I was a prosecutor for 10 years, and everybody, it didn't matter your political stripes. You respected the law, the process, the system. But since this case, I think the system is tainted, it's tarnished. And I'm concerned about the new prosecutors, the new judges that take these roles, and they see that this is the path forward. Politics might be able to play as opposed to a fidelity to the Constitution and the rule of law. So,
yeah, he's right. We are at that point now where we got to build this into the cake. We got to factor this in now. Yeah, since this stuff has happened, and if it's allowed to continue to happen, this is going to be kind of a new standard here. Nobody stepped in and checked this. I'm watching this train wreck happen in slow motion. I'm going, you do realize they are undermining the whole justice system, just the whole trial, let alone coming to a guilty verdict. I'm thinking this is just a show trial. Come on. Michael Cohen got up there, proved nothing except for Trump had nothing to do with this. Didn't know anything about it. How in the world do 12 humans, after all of the information that I heard, because I was following it, even though for some reason they wouldn't let no cameras. They wouldn't let no cameras in the courtroom. But I would follow the details of the case every day. And it was so bleak. And Michael Cohen was destroying the case so badly that even the fake news was preparing for a acquittal. Even they were going, sheesh, this looks horrible. They haven't proven anything. But yet somehow, through all of that, we end up with a guilty verdict by 12 humans. By 12 of them. You couldn't get one of those people, and I guarantee you it's probably because they were all sitting in there going, oh, come on now, who's going to be the one that messes it up for everybody? Hey, if I would hate to be the guy. I would hate to be the guy that has to be the one that almost overthrew democracy because I didn't vote the right way. And yeah, she's imagine what these people are going to do when they show up at your house. Boy, I tell you, the news is going to have a field day with anybody who... So I'm sure that as they're sitting around, I'm sure somebody in their head was going, this is a bunch of bull crap, but if I go ahead and say, I don't think he's guilty. I live in New York. I got to deal with this. The left will try to eat me to pieces. So we don't know. We don't know if they're always just dumb, evil, or scared. We don't know.
Yeah, Sean, you and I, we spent years in the courtroom. We spent our legal part of our legal career appreciating the attempt, at least, to have fairness in the criminal justice system and to evenly apply such powers that we've been given. The game has changed, though, and
guess who changed the game? The Democrats. And I'm telling you right now, if the Republicans don't read the new rules, they won't exist in a couple years. They better be saying, oh, y'all changed the rules and didn't let us know. These folks have blown past the Constitution and everything. At this point, there's no checks and balances anywhere. How do you even repair this? You done opened up Pandora's box. And I'm saying, wow, they have figured out workarounds of all types of constitutional rights that the defendant had. Statutes of limitations. They found all kind of loopholes and workarounds, and everybody watched them do it without stopping it. They're going, wait a minute, let me get this straight. This guy's a local prosecutor, and he's about to prosecute this as if it's a federal case. He's not even allowed to do it, but hey, I guess they know what they're doing over there in New York. We all saw it coming. Nobody stopped the train. And the train, we knew it was going to crash 18 miles out. I know it takes a long time to stop a train, but when the train is about 18 miles out, you can at least radio, hey, man, somebody need to go ahead and stop this locomotive because it's about to run right to this bridge. But nobody did anything. They just let them go through it. The Republicans, too. This is a mess. Got on TV all the time. This ain't right. We could tell the judge is compromised. We could tell this and this and that. Follow money. Send subpoenas, not letters. Good grief, man. We could have stopped this so long ago. You think the Democrats would have ever let this happen? But now that they done did it, oh boy.
Has changed. The rules have changed.
Yes, they have.
And look, I think Republicans that are elected to office need to hit back hard. They need to take the gloves off. The other side is not...
With a sledgehammer. Hit back hard. I'm talking... and stand over him, looking down at him like, stay down, boy. Stay down there, boy. We don't hit back hard enough. I'm talking about make them feel it. I ain't talking about some love taps. I ain't talking about no back smacks. I'm talking about the sledgehammer. So if we don't hit back, that's why the Democrats keep doing stuff like this, because we don't hit back. We don't hit back. They're like, don't worry about it. We can run over the Constitution. We can come up with all kind of fake trials. We can go ahead and listen to Trump, through wiretapping him. We can go ahead, plant fake dossiers. We can do whatever we want. We can break open the border, bring in all these illegal immigrants, and then just bypass an impeachment. So what? Yeah. And we could get caught lying. We could get caught sabotaging Trump. We could get caught planting all kind of fake news and evidence. And when we get caught, nothing happens to us. We can run him through 15 different stupid trials for no reason. And when they all collapse, we just move on. Never any consequences for these people. I'm telling you right now. Michael Cohen always talking about, I'm a fixer. I'm a fixer. That's what I am. I'm a fixer. No, I wish when Trump gets in, he brings me in. Yeah, I'm a real fixer. I'd be like, oh, I came to bring the pain hardcore to the brain. I would go buck wild on these people, man. Because we all know the evil actors. It ain't like we got to go look at, we all can see this from home. I'm going to judge who's corrupt. That's the evil one. This ain't no murder mystery. We ain't got to be going out. Who's the evil? I don't know. Who do you think's behind all of this? Oh, wow. I'm shocked to find out it was Garland. Yeah, I'm shocked to find out it was the Biden. Man, I didn't see that one coming. I wonder what made Fannie and Queen Latifah and Jack in the Box and Fat Albert all bring these charges just at once. I wonder how I'm sure they didn't coordinate with. This is all so predictable and so clear. And yet they went through it anyway. Like, yeah, we see it. We see it. And we know y'all see it too. So what?
I'm going to stop being a bully and using this power inappropriately until they fear that it could be used against them.
There you go. That's how you deal with a bully. Bullies don't really want to fight. They don't want to fight. What they want to do is be able to pound on their victims and have their victims curl up in a fetal position and take it while they're laughing and getting praised by the other kids that don't want to get bullied. And that's the goal of the Democrat Party. They will bully folks into the ground until other folks say, I want to go along with the bully because I don't want to be bullied. And that's where you get rhinos. That's where you get jellyback Republicans, where they're going, man, if the deep state launched this type of, attack on Trump, I don't want to be that person. They're sending a message. When they go after all of the folks on J6 over that stupid mess, when they start spying on folks, when they start listening and checking your emails and all of that stuff and infiltrating our rallies and infiltrating our protests and all of these things, they're bullying us. They're wanting us to get to a point where we say, man, I don't want to be Trump. Shoot, if they could do that to him, he got the means to fight back, and they just went ahead and railroaded this man. So now what am I going to do? I want the IRS showing up at my crib for no reason. And when you have that type of power, you could just pull the trigger on anything, man. Well, we have suspicions that you left 9 cents out in 2008. You didn't report it. Oh, now we got to go in and look for other things. Oh, wow. Look what we found. Look what we found. That is how much power these evil people have. And it must be dealt with. And I'm talking in a harsh way. Unbelievable that these people did this, man.
And until that happens, we may not be able to get back to a place where there's mutual respect for the law.
That's right. So until you turn around and punch the bully in the face, until you do that, see, a bully, if they get punched in the face, even if the guy's small, but he's just like, man, every time you come and you put your hands on me, we're going to be scrapping. We both going to come out of this bad boy bloody. After a while, the bully will be going, man, it ain't worth it. Shoot. I'm going to go find somebody who's passive and will just lay down. And that's why they hate Trump, because he won't just roll over and take the punches. He keeps getting back up and punching back. That's why they need this dude out of here. They're like, every time we hit him, he's like, come on, that's all you get. That's all you get. And I love it. I love it. Let's continue.
Andrew, to paraphrase, I think I'm going to do this right, but Brett made the point that if Democrats aren't forced to live under the same rules that they forced Republicans to live under, this system's never going to change. And if Democrats have to live under the same structure and the same prosecution, the same rules of Republicans, they might come to the table to go, maybe this process isn't the best one for America when we prosecute our political enemies. I've got a lot of people I respect who disagree with that perspective. I share Brett Tolman's viewpoint that everyone needs to live under the same scrutiny and the same prosecution and the same rules. What say you?
See, and I would agree if the Democrats had a moral compass. I would agree if I didn't know the nature of the Democrats. See, these cats are never going to play fair. They're relying on you not punching back. They're relying on you not returning fire. They've been skipping through, just leaving carnage everywhere with no consequences, no shots fired. They run through the gauntlet with confidence, full speed, like nobody's going to be shooting at us. But yet Republicans, pow, pow, bang, pow, 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 bang. We're running through it, dodging, rolling, army crawling. Democrats just get back and take pop shots at it, laughing and chuckling. Then when it's their turn, just skirt right through. You got Milk Dud Head up there, pulled the fire alarm. Jamal Bowman, what is he doing? I didn't do nothing. I mean, you know what? I already addressed this, and I mean, I was just, but yet you got Santos gone. See, so Democrats, like, don't worry about it. I'm a Democrat, and then they pass along that grace to their supporters. That's what they do. All of the folks that's out there that's waiting in the chamber to act a fool when they need them to, tearing up cities, burning down stuff. Yeah, they pass it along to them. There's some benefits for you guys too, and the illegal immigrants. But you conservatives, y'all better not even be thinking about protesting. Y'all better not be thinking about coming together. Y'all better not be thinking about. So they need to get smacked in the face real good, man. They need to follow the same rules that they set. They established this, man. I say we sling impeachments out like it's nothing, man. Like it's newsletters. Just start slinging them out. I say prosecutors in all the Republican states just start digging through all kind of Democrats' laundry. All right, what do we got here? All right, I say we just do that. Let it be all outlaw fair on both sides. Y'all want to play rough? Okay, let's play rough, man. You want to go to war? We thank you for the war. Just lawfare. Let's just get it out the way, and maybe they'll all call a truce. But if you're waiting for the Democrats to say, all right, even though we got rid of Orange Man bad, we probably should go back to the way things are and respect the Constitution and, you know, our judicial. Nope. They would say, we got away with that. So we done came up with the game plan, the prototype for ever being in power. Let's step on the gas. Let's step on the gas. Who else can we go after? Who else can? That's the Democrats. That's why I always say, when Republicans come to the table to negotiate with Democrats, for what? What are you doing? Well, I mean, don't you know who you're negotiating with? You're not talking about people with integrity. You're not talking about a party that is looking for fairness and looking for, you know, some compromise. No, these folks want total domination, total control, total power. That's what they want. So when they come to the table talking about, we want to talk about immigration reform, they don't want to talk about immigration reform. They don't. So why even show up there and, all right, now you sure, guys, if we pass all of these bills and we finance all of this, you guys are going to at some point? No, they're never going to do that. Never. They want that border open, period. When they come to the table, we just want some common sense gun legislation. That's all we want. Can we just come together and talk about? They don't. They're like, give us a little more so we can take it all. That's what they want. So why would any rational Republican or party of ours go to them thinking, they're trying to be fair and balanced. Let's see what they're talking about this time. We need to treat them like we're trying to stomp them out of existence. That's how we need to treat them. I'm telling you, I want them scared of us, you know, just like our rhinos are running around scared of them. Let's continue.
Politics have no place in the courtroom, and I've seen it happen too many times. It's changes in the codes that are applicable in that state or that federal criminal code at that time, and those changes affect real people, and they're highly politicized, some of the legal decisions that are made that happen in the courtroom. And you can just see the devastation on the individuals that go through that process. And until it happens on both sides of the aisle, I wonder if they will understand that. The problem that we're creating...
There you go. Till it happens on both sides of that. They need to call a truce based on losing casualties. See, right now they ain't lost no casualties, man. They still got the one dude in Congress and he's under investigation. Under investigation. They need to have retaliation so quick that to where is if they smack us, we smack back so quick that they don't know who smacked who first. It should be like, psh, just like that. Soon as they lay a hand on us, they're like, wow, did I hit him or did he hit me? That was the quickest response we've ever felt. That's how quick we should be retaliating against these cats. But what do? Let's let it all play out. Let's see how things work out. We're going to let the justice system, and you know what? I'm telling you, soon as they smack, it should be in harmony. That's how quick the smack back should be. Let's continue.
Constitutionally, with the idea of prosecuting former presidents in manners like this, I think creates a deep problem with the ability for the executive to be a trusted entity and to be able to get the best candidates who understand at that point that they have to put themselves through this type of a justice system that's so highly politicized. That's the problem in the future of these political type cases.
Yep, because what they've done now is set up a scenario, if this doesn't somehow get reversed, to where incoming politicians are going to come in scared to death. They're going to be on eggshells. They're going to be going, oh God, I don't want to get trumped. When I saw what they did to Trump, I can't come in as a free thinker. I can't come in as a maverick. I can't come in talking about reform. I can't come in talking about I'm going to drain the swamp. I can't come in talking about power to the people. We're restoring power to the people. I can't come in talking like that. They've already showed me what they do to those people. I got to come in pretending like I'm the opposition, and maybe they'll allow me to, say a couple things to make it look like we got two parties. Maybe they'll allow us to go, well, we disagree on some minor things, like Laura Ingraham is about to say. But that's what they're doing. They're setting it up to where we're not going to get any solid politicians willing to go through what they've seen these people put Trump through. You're going to get a whole bunch of passive, just complicit politicians that's going to fall right in line. And not to mention, the view of the justice system, the judicial system, that these same people are going to be requiring the public to follow after allowing the public see them abuse it. Then if they get rid of Trump, then they're going to be all right now. All right, listen, we want the rules to apply to you all. Don't be thinking you guys could just do whatever you want. Because at this point, I'm saying, hey, man, it looked like this is a free fall in the country. Hey, it just looks like it's all about who you know, who you don't know. There's no real rules. You can just make it up as you go. Why should I just follow any laws at this point? What is that, a traffic light? I might stop, I might not. Who knows? Yeah, it just depends on me. Yeah, they've destroyed the view of law and order in our judicial system. But they don't care, because to them, it was worth it. Or was it?
A historic moment. President Trump found guilty on all 34 counts. We'll go live to the courthouse for reaction in just a moment, but first.
And I guarantee you those people don't even know what the 34 counts are. I heard people celebrating, yay! And I'm going, you have no idea what Trump has even been accused of doing, because even lawyers don't. You got legal scholars going, I guess he, what is 30? So all those counts, you telling me every single one of them? Every one of them? All 12 jurors agreed on all of those.
I guess we all need, to shop at Banana Republic from now on?
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like.
That's what we live
a Banana Republic. I wish there was something to laugh about, but there's not. This is a disgraceful day for the United States, a day that America may never recover from. Yeah, the jury convicted Trump on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in order to interfere with the 2016 presidential election. We'll break that all down for you.
Yeah.
But from the beginning, this case should never have been brought.
Thank you.
This judge should never have been allowed to sit on.
Look at that. Look at this guy. Look at that big soft-core, nasty, corrupt, stinking judge right there. And I mean, he's a stinking judge. I hope he go down in history as one of the most corrupt, evil judges. We need to expose this dude once Trump gets back in. And I hope if this gets escalated, even if it has to go to the Supreme Court, I hope they destroy this case so badly that they have to open up an investigation on this judge. I hope they look at this and say, there's no way this judge could have come to this if he's not corrupt. What the heck was he thinking? Somebody probably should look into this judge, honestly. Can you believe this, Clarence Thomas? I can't believe it. I sure can't believe it. Me either. What about you, Ketanji John Jackson? What? What's a woman? Never mind. All right, what about... That's how bad this is, man.
On the case. These charges should have been dismissed when the first motion was filed by the defense. The jury instructions were fatally flawed. They were farcical. And you don't have to be a former law clerk to know that this was all a travesty.
Yeah, I don't know anything about law. Yeah, I just played one in Kevin's corner. But yeah, I'm sitting there going, now I'm not a lawyer, but I know something ain't right. You know, when you have to concoction a case so badly that common people are confused or they know this is not right, you in trouble. I mean, you need to have something that's very obvious to people. But see, that's what they wanted. They wanted all of this convoluted information. This is that and this and that. And perhaps you could have, and that there's this one law and there's this one thing. And you're going, can we get to some basic stuff that we all could look at and say, now that's breaking the law and this is breaking the law. But what y'all talking about, I don't know what the crap that is. What is this? And they wanted it like that. And the judge presented it like that to the jury. Made it very, ambiguous.
And all along, Bragg's case was just an extension of the otherwise doomed Biden campaign. This is a humiliating day for the country that we all love.
Very.
It makes us look like a joke to the rest of the world.
And I said that last night. We are looking like a joke. And I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it when I'm done and make sure it's broke. When I'm gone, no one gets on, because I won't let nobody press up or mess up the scene I set. Dang on it. I like to stand in the crowd, watching people wonder, dang, and think about it, then you understand. I'm just an addict, addicted to music. Maybe it's a habit. I got to use it. Now, sorry, I had to have a song break, y'all, to calm my nerves. Let's get back to this.
Is this what they meant by the American way? Democrats have shown us who they really are. Okay. They don't intend to give up power, not ever. And
yep. And until we realize that, we're doomed. These people will never, if they're willing to go this far, they're like, we will never give up power. We will go to this level to keep it. This level to keep it. Do you understand all of the hoops these folks have jumped through just to keep power? I mean, we watched this unfold play by play by play. And I'm going, wow, I wonder if they're going to stop. I wonder if they're going to stop for 1 second to say, you know what, guys, maybe we look a little too obvious. Maybe this is very obvious that we are greedy, hungry, and power thirsty. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to do that. Nope, not them. Not them. They're like, we would do whatever. Ever we have to do. They're a whole bunch of Michael Cohens. That's what they are. We'll do whatever we got to do to stay in power. Even if it destroys the country that they have power in.
And funny, that's what they like to accuse Trump of. Yeah. And if this lawfare is rewarded in November, it will mean that never again will you have a real choice in the presidential election.
Bingo. So you bring home a whole bunch of Fs and you get a fire truck for Christmas. You didn't learn a lesson. You bring home a bunch of Fs and you get the business, then you might think twice. So what she's saying is this. If we don't spank their tails in November, and I mean spank them good. I mean spank them good. Real good. No, forget spanking. Beat them. There you go. See, spanking sound too nice. Don't make me spank you. I want to hear, don't make me whoop your butt. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. So they need a whooping, a serious whooping. Because if we don't give them one, they're going to think, well, it didn't turn out as bad as we thought. We got away with it. You think they'll learn a lesson? What they would do is say, if we were able to get away with that, now we can go back to setting up the perception of a democracy. We can go back to lulling everybody back to sleep thinking that we have choices and they really don't. Yeah, we'll get them back to that point or beat them into submission to where we're just looking, we're going through the motions. I guess we got to vote for a Republican, I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, ain't nothing going to change. They're all working together anyway. Our system at this point, if it gets to that, it needs to be just torn down. I mean, if we have one party, because it seems like we've been dealing with one party up until Trump. Trump exposed the fact that technically we've been voting for one party for years. Then he comes in and shows what the opposition party really looks like and should look like. And it shows because of their reaction to him. And all of those rhinos that the Democrats was like, these are the real Republicans. These right, they want to go back to them. That let me know that they were part of the one party. All of the ones that the rhinos and the Democrats vomit up, that lets me know they came in as a true oppositional party. Byron Donalds, Marjorie Taylor Greene, people like that. When they start calling them MAGA, there's a MAGA wing of the Republican Party. I'm like, you mean the oppositional party? You mean the real Republican Party? That's what you're really saying. So great. Call them MAGA so you can let me know which ones is on our squad. The ones that y'all pacify and say, now that was a good one. Lets me know that was raggedy. Whenever Democrats compliment Republicans, I'm going, that's a rhino. Let's continue, Laura, because Laura's upset.
You'll maybe be able to choose between two candidates with minor disagreements on the big issues, but you'll never again be able to elect someone who makes fundamental changes again.
Yep. That means our republic as we know it will be gone. Yeah. See, they will tend to disagree. I disagree. My colleague across the aisle, he believes that we should paint stripes on that side of the street. And I say we paint circles. Darn it. Stuff that don't matter. The big stuff that we want to see changed. Shut up, people. Hey, behind doors, we're back to business as usual.
Not at our border, not with these wars in places like Ukraine, and not in our economic policy. Think about this. Donald Trump gave up fame, fortune, and a very comfortable life to try to save America from the forces that are trying to tear it down right now.
And look what it got him. And the dumb, ungrateful Americans that hate him and is celebrating this, they don't even see it. It burns me up when I say, y'all aren't able to see the blessing right before your face. You think this man thought it would be a good idea to just go ahead, step out of his wonderful cushiony role of being the apprentice host, all of those billions, and being beloved by everybody, and decided, I want to run for president against the machine. I want to be a threat to the machine. For what? His own glory? His own power? More money? That man walked into a firing squad, and he's been getting shot all of this time for everybody else. There ain't a lot of people who can endure what this man has been enduring for the last 6 to 8 years. And I mean, we've watched it. That's why we love Trump, because we've seen it with our own eyes. Like, this dude is taking a lot. If it ain't one thing, it's another. And the Democrats and all of their minions are like bumblebees, just bam, bam, stinging as he continues to walk straight through like the honey badger. You ever seen that honey badger? That's one of my favorite animals, if not my favorite animal, because the honey badger just doesn't give a crap. That honey badger went right up in that beehive and went to work on that honey while the bees were stinging it and just eating it. You're like, how in the world can it take that? That's how he's doing it. They are stinging him the whole time, and he just keeps on walking through it.
And if they can do this to someone like Donald Trump with his means, it will be very difficult to ever turn this around. Yep. So are we going to establish a precedent where the president can put his political opponent in jail?
Good question.
Because if they can do this now, this will, I promise you, this will be the new normal. The Democrats are showing you what real power is like. It's the type of power we usually see dictators exercise in China, and Cuba, and North Korea.
The ones that they all swept down. Trump loves dictator. He's always celebrating Putin and Vladimir and Xi and Kim Jong-un. As these folks are practicing all of their tactics. All of their tactics. But yet, sweeping down Trump's a threat to democracy. And then you hear Biden come out there, our justice system worked like it's supposed to. And let me let you know, it's dangerous when you question it. Yeah, until we question it, though. Until we say, it's all rigged because Trump keeps getting off. That judge down in Florida, she don't know what she's doing. Her decisions don't count because she's stupid. Yeah, it's all rigged when the Supreme Court shoots down Roe versus Wade. All that stuff that now it's rigged, or when they decide to delay hearing this case. These folks are compromised. They need to recuse themselves, and it's obvious. It's obvious the judicial system has just been compromised. Trump runs it now. He owns it. But then when they come down with this bootleg conviction, everything's beautiful. It's kind of like the elections. See, understand, guys, they're all raggedy when Democrats lose. When they win, it's the best election ever. Most cleanest, and everything. Are you seeing the pattern? Are you starting to see the pattern here?
And if anyone threatens the establishment in the future, the Democrats will use the same playbook. Charge someone like, I don't know, a J.D. Vance or a Ron DeSantis in a liberal jurisdiction on some bogus charges, then have a radical judge hand down jury instructions that will make it almost impossible for a jury not to convict them of something. So these great defenders of democracy would rather ruin the public's faith in the entire American system. They would rather lay waste to the Constitution. They would rather destroy the credibility of the U.S. judicial system than risk the real possibility that the people will elect a common sense populace again, like Trump.
Amen, Laura. Bravo. Because that's exactly what they're willing to do. That's exactly what they're willing to do. I peeped that out when they were attempting to accuse Donald Trump of being a Russian agent. And I thought to myself, how dangerous is this? They're tampering with relationships between us and the other superpower with nuclear weapons, and they don't even care. They're willing to put us in a position to might even make Trump overcompensate, trying to make sure everybody know he's not a Putin puppet. If he didn't know their game that they was playing, if he didn't have enough wisdom and temperance, he might have been like, oh, well, I'm going to show them that I'm no Putin puppet. And next you know, we're at World War III. Yeah, if these folks was willing to encourage him to go to war with Iran, when they shot down that drone and Trump was about to respond, and nasty Pelosi and Chuck Schumer came out of that meeting clapping and going, thank God Trump called back those fighter planes. Yeah, but they didn't care. You think they cared about the fallout of that? It was all about getting Trump. They was willing to risk an all-out war because that mess could have escalated so quickly, but long as it would have made Trump look bad, long as they would have been like, look, this guy's reckless. I told you he was going to take us into World War III. And look, I mean, he didn't even... They would have risked that just to stay in power. These folks are willing to burn it all down for power. All of it. So that's what they're doing. They're like, man, we don't care if all of y'all lose faith in the judicial system. You know why? Because we're going to run y'all like dictators anyway. We're not going to have to worry about your faith in the judicial system. We are the judicial system. You see what we're doing with these J6 folks. You think we following the judicial system with them? No. But yet Antifians run all over the place. Black Lives Matter is all over the place. Criminals that are murderers, robbers, and whatever, let them out. But yet we are going after all of these folks that didn't do nothing. That's what your judicial system is. So they don't have to worry about it. They're like, yo, we who have the power will wield it like we want to if y'all don't stop us. And they're looking at the man right here that has potential to stop him. And that's why they're going after him, guns blazing.
If you allow them to get away with this, my friends, if it goes down in the history books that Trump was winning until he was convicted of a crime in a liberal jurisdiction, if Trump goes on to lose the presidency, then this will become the model for how the left will hang on to power.
And it will be over for us. Why I oughta. If they get Trump out of there, it's over. We're going to need asylum, y'all. We're going to need asylum. I'm be like, I'm going to Mexico. I don't know. I'm out of here. Shoot. Send me somewhere. I'm out. Going down. I got a lot of Jamaican in my blood. And I'm like, come Selecta. What you talking about, man? Going back to Jamaica? Back to my roots, boy. I'm out of here. Give me some Jamaican citizenship. Yeah, because these folks will turn our government on the people. And at that point, it would then fall into the hands of the people to get the power back. And you know what that means. I mean, we don't want to see that. If the people ever get to the point where they say our politicians is not able to do this, these folks are abusing their power. It looks like the politicians are submissive or even worse, in cahoots with these people. And now they done set up a system to say we finally got rid of Trump. Now let's turn our attention to breaking the will of all of the folks who followed him. And that is going to be very hard to do because he's a populist and folks have gotten a taste of how it feels to have a leader that loves the country and looks out for them. So now you can't undo that. You can't put a lot of people back into the matrix. Now all these people see what these folks are about. They couldn't even conceal it. They couldn't hide it no more. Now we all going, we really know what the system is about. We know who got the power. We know what y'all are willing to do to stay in power. We see it. Now, at that point, what are they going to do? They're just going to say, well, we only did that to Trump. Now we're going to be respectful. Now we're going to go back to, so you can now trust us. The system is going back to, it's going to work from now on. We will never trust them again, ever, if they get away with this. And you know what that leads to, man. And God forbid that. But see, they're willing to risk it, man. They are willing to tear down the greatest superpower that the world has ever known because of their greed. Greatest superpower the world has ever known. They're like, so what? We would tear this sucker down before we let Trump have it or before we let the people have it. Burns me up, man. It's crazy what they're risking.
Forever. Now, the left is gleeful tonight, no doubt. You've seen them in the streets. They're cheering. They're pumping their fists. I can only imagine the coming book deal, the 12 saviors of democracy, the interviews on the Today Show, the near orgasmic panels on MSNBC. They're thinking that Trump's the real loser here. But really, we're all the losers.
Yes, we
because
are.
if this is allowed to stand, and if these people aren't thrown out of office with an exclamation point, then we will essentially be forced to live in a one-party state for the foreseeable future.
Yep. And I mean, throw their butts out with an exclamation point / more exclamation points. We need to make a statement. Definitive. Don't throw them out, kick them out. I want boots up butts. That's what I want, man. They all need to go. I want them to be going, wow, we didn't think we would lose every seat in the House. Maybe we went too far. Wow, you mean to tell me we lost the Senate completely? We don't have any senators now? We're just Democrats with no homes. We're just back to regular citizens now. We done everybody lost. Yeah. Maybe we should learn from that. We got to punish them, y'all. Punish them at the ballot box so badly that they go, wow, we can't never risk that again. The people have spoken. And then if we get the power back, we better do something with it. If we can get our rhinos out of here and get enough of the majority to do some real damage to the system, then we need to do it. And I ain't talking about slow walking it. I'm talking about come in, hit the ground running, day one, going after all of this mess, cleaning it all up. Vindication needs to take place. Because if it doesn't, it's easy to lose your freedoms. But man, it's real hard to get it back, y'all. Real hard to get it back. I always would say, it takes 1 second. You know, in church terms, you know, it takes 1 second to get yourself into some sin, and it can take a lifetime to get yourself out of it. All it takes. You know how many bad decisions people have made, and they're going, 15 years later, it took me 5 minutes to decide to try crack. Man, dude, you should try it, man. Don't worry, man. You ain't gonna get addicted. Man, you sure? Yeah, man, it's great. And you see New Jack City? Oh, yeah, I did, man. G Money didn't look so good. Man, look, but trust me, man, it was all good. Go and take a puff. One puff, that's it. 15 years later, man, I'm still struggling, baby. I'm good, man. And you're going, it took me 5 minutes to get in that and 15 years to get out of it, if you ever get out. Same thing with this crap. All of these people celebrating this, they have no idea. They have no idea that they're celebrating getting hooked on crack. It would take us forever to get that freedom back, and it won't come easy. It's going to come with some bloodshed and God knows whatever else. So let's go ahead and continue hearing Laura vent.
Well, you know, Laura, the problem that I saw in that ruling
is
not that he said that it is his responsibility to say what the law is. That's true. It's up to the trial judge to give those instructions. The problem is that he never gave the instructions.
He didn't give
the instructions he gave did not go into any meaningful detail on what would constitute a federal election offense.
And he did that on purpose. See, I told y'all, the judge was the key piece on the chessboard. Yeah, the raggedy instructions. The same judge did that dude on MSNBC on my show yesterday with no bass in the voice. Talk about, I got a man crush on this judge. Yeah, y'all know why you got a man crush on him. Because he's evil. He did your bidding. So, yep, he didn't give no instructions. If anything, he's given less instructions. Make it very vague, broad, and confusing.
had some information, but it was incomplete. And that's why the defense wanted to bring in a legal expert. One of the most telling things that expert would have brought in, Smith, is he said, look, not only is hush money not a campaign contribution, that's been long established, but even if it were a contribution, it couldn't have been part of a conspiracy to influence this election because it wouldn't have had to been actually revealed until after the election.
So you're telling me the judge didn't allow the defense to present exculpatory evidence or even bring in a witness that could help them? So it sounded like the judge was on the prosecution squad. Sounded like he was the third man in the room. Yeah, all right. Now it's just between you two. But yet he's punching Trump's team in the back the whole time. They're like, we got somebody who could blow this all out the water. Nope, you can't bring him in. And I wonder why. Why wouldn't a judge allow that? What's in it for the judge? That's my question. I mean, if you're supposed to just be going, I want to see how this is all going to play out. Yeah, I want to hear what this person got to say too. And I'm going to give you a free a trial to really, I'm going to give you freedom to defend yourself. That's what he should have been doing. You're talking about a man's life. So bring in all the resources you can to defend your freedom. But that's the whole point. He didn't want Trump to be able to defend his freedom. He wanted a conviction. Anything that could have opened up the mind to those jurors, he denied it. Boy, I tell you, man, he needs to pay a price too.
So that's just a matter of dates. That's a matter of filings that are in the regulations. It's not a matter of interpretation. The jury was never told that. So the jury heard, because Judge Merchan allowed them to hear, the prosecutors stated over and over again that it was an established fact that election violations occurred here and that Trump ordered those violations.
So he allowed the prosecution to keep saying that campaign violations were broken over and over again. So now it's drilling that into the heads of all the jurors. And the person who's the expert on campaign violations was going to come in and destroy that prosecution's narrative. And yet he said, no, we don't need that. We want the people to keep, relating this whole case to campaign violations and, I guess he violated something there, campaign violation somewhere. This is so foul, man. This is so corrupt. But guys, it did backfire, and we're going to see some of that. Man, I can't believe time has gone by this quickly. I've been talking for an hour and 7 minutes. What the heck is going on here? All right, it says, show y'all, go watch President Trump's speech at the Tower. I saw it. I did see it.
That included in the closing argument, and many of us were mystified because the judge had given an instruction that Cohen's plea agreement could not be used to impute the guilt of Trump. And then
look at that. And then had the nerve to say, don't worry, anything you heard about Cohen, all the lies, all the cheating, all the plea agreements, all him saying, yeah, I swear to God, I ain't going to jail, man. I'll do whatever I got to do. I'll say anything. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You need a back scratch? You need a back scratch? Yeah. The judge, don't listen to all that. Don't. When you're making your decision of guilt, when you're coming to your conclusion of guilt, don't allow all of the stuff that you heard from Michael Cohen, the fact that this dude done stole from Trump, came up here, destroyed the whole argument himself, just by being a dummy. You know what? No, don't let that all weigh in on your decision. Let me relieve you of that burden of working through all of that information about Michael Cohen. What squad are you on, Judge? We all know.
In class, the prosecutor repeatedly did that, and Judge Merchan would do nothing about it.
Nothing.
That's the reason I don't blame this jury. What they heard in that room and the instructions they were given, probably to some of them made it look like they had no choice but to convict. And that's the problem.
So what you're saying is the funky judge coached the jury right into a guilty verdict. Now, I won't give all the credit to the judge, because at the end of the day, they are in New York, and I heard that they handpicked some jurors that most likely would have found Trump guilty anyway. But you can't tell me they got all 12. Yeah, they probably overwhelmingly picked the jury that would say he's guilty, and any holdouts or leftovers succumbed to the pressure. Anybody who was sitting in there as a minority is probably going, okay, I got 10 of these folks going, let's finish this up, man. This guy's obviously guilty. Let's get out of here because we're all going to get book deals. Who's going to be the one that ruins it for us? Here we are. We're going to be looked at as heroes in New York. Do you understand? We'll be able to go on tours. We'll be on TV. We'll write books inside the trial of Donald Trump. How does it feel to have saved democracy? All of that mess. Surely no one wants to be responsible for ruining our potential success off of this. Do you understand? There's big money to be made in hating Trump. So which one of you guys are willing to give up all of the money we could make? And I guarantee you somebody was over in the corner like, oh God, this is horrible. But yeah, I guess we might as well go ahead and vote guilty. I hope the conscience eats them alive every single night.
The whole thing has been about locking Donald Trump down. Laura, you're a trial lawyer. You were. You and I both know that you don't let a jury go for 7 days and say, look, come back after you have a few barbecues over Memorial Day weekend. The whole intent was to keep Donald Trump locked down. And I agree with you. They will do everything they can to stop him.
Yeah. And see, Judge Janine don't hold her tongue. Don't hold your tongue. Go ahead. Have your way. Have your way.
But what they have done is they've awakened a sleeping giant.
What?
You know, everybody listens to all the indictments out there. They have convicted a former president of the United States and probable future president of 34 felonies based on a porn, they call her a star, and a serial perjurer, Michael Cohen.
She's a dead star. Yeah. So now y'all see what our judicial system have been reduced to. Y'all see what our country looks like when you step outside. I saw Vivek over in Italy. He said he was embarrassed. He heard about the verdict over in Italy, and he said it was embarrassing that people in Italy was like, what's going on over in America? Yeah, they couldn't believe it. They're going, man, what, has America lost their mind? What is going on there? And I'm saying, yeah, there you go. I got to go into the American Witness Protection Program. And I don't want nobody to see me. Are you from America? I don't know. Where is that? I've never heard of it. So yeah, we're looking real bad on the global stage because they allowed these low budget, low life, local prosecutors to go after a former president. So now when you open up the door for just any local prosecutor, any local judge, you just say, you know what? Yeah, I know I have no real power over this, but I'm going to go after the president because the Democrats said, go ahead, we'll back you. Yeah, this is ridiculous. You're letting folks like Alvin Fat Albert Bragg put his knuckles on the former president. He shouldn't be able to even touch the president. All of the feds said, man, we ain't messing with this. And there comes Fat Albert. I'll go ahead and do it. What gives you the right to do it? Oh, Democrats. They opened up the can. So I hope every prosecutor in every conservative state just start randomly looking at, well, who can I go after now? Who can I go after? Man, these folks have no idea what they've done. She knows. Opened up a sleeping dragon.
He was a linchpin of this. And if you ask an ordinary American, what did Donald Trump do? They won't be able to tell you.
Yeah, he did stuff. He's evil. And he's racist. Wait, is that a crime? Okay. Well, he's a white man. And yeah, I heard somebody play me a tape. Somebody said, did you hear what Donald Trump's going to do? Yeah, Donald Trump is going to, I think they said he's going to shut down Mexico or something like that. And then bomb Mexico. Bomb Mexico. He was thinking about bombing Mexico. And I'm listening to this. And somebody was listening to some commentator on TikTok just dropping all of that garbage out there. And I had to step in and say, you know, all that's lies, right? You do realize that. I mean, I've never heard Trump say anything about bombing Mexico. And Trump's going to shut down the border. And I said, good. Do you do know why he's doing that? You didn't stop to think, why would he shut down the border? Why would he shut down the border? But yet they're trying to make it seem like it's a bad thing. I had to break it down to why he's doing these things. And this guy was just dropping this mess out there like Trump is unhinged, he's crazy, he's wild, and all of this stuff. And you got people running around believing all of this garbage. So they don't need to know really the details and the facts of the case. They just assume there's no way that all of these cases have come out against Trump and he ain't do nothing. So instead of looking at it rationally, the right way, and saying, wait a minute, all of these cases brought out, that looks suspicious, that this is lawfare. You got idiots that go, well, because of all these cases that's been brought out, obviously means he did something. So we don't need to know the details. The greatest goal is to just find the man guilty because we got to stop him because he's evil. So regardless whether he did this one or not, I'm sure he did something. So we don't need to know the details. Yeah, pop your friends' brains when they say, yay, Trump, he finally got found guilty. Guilty of what? Huh? Everything. Yeah, I want to see how they explain that when you got professionals on TV that are saying, man, we still don't know what the charges are.
And so our job right now is to continue to have faith and support this man as he goes forward because he's the strongest man I've ever met, Laura.
Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, Judge. I love your take on that. Strongest man. Mentity. You think Joe could go through that gauntlet? Huh? You think he could go through 4, 5, 6 years of attacks constantly and still come out like this? Still go do rallies? Strongest man I've ever. That is why he gets all of my respect. 100% of my support and respect. Well, wait, who is this? My boy, Byron Donalds. Let's hear what he got to say about all this nonsense.
I think they were in a full frothy panic about Biden and Harris going up against Trump unleashed on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
And now they maybe will have a little more spring in their step, even if their candidate does not. Your reaction tonight?
They might have a spring today, but it's not going to last very long because what happened in New York is a travesty of justice. Everybody knows it. You've been talking through the elements of what's occurred. I'm not going to go down the elements. You have a situation where the justice system is prosecuting and persecuting a chief political rival. No American wants that, especially when you look at the backdrop of how Joe Biden has been a complete disaster as president of the United States.
And see, that's how you know that this is a political persecution. All done by the Biden administration. See, it would be different if the Biden administration was crushing it. I mean, you're like, yo, man, our work will speak for us. There you go. We ain't got no reason to be going after Trump, man. Do you understand we killing it? You see the GDP? You see inflation is all the way down, maybe. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You see that border is nice and solid, closed, locked up. People are booming, man. You see them gas prices is what? Like 15 cents a gallon, something like that. And food is down. Why do we have to go ahead and throw this man in jail? Well, the key is the Biden administration sucks. And they're like, for us to even compete, we got to throw this man in jail. We got every incentive to lock this man up. Everything about what we've done sucks. So yeah, we're down to this. We're down to, man, lock this dude up, throw him in jail, get him off the ballot. That's where they at. Because they suck.
Nobody's doing well except for major Democrat donors. They're doing great. Yeah. Everybody else is suffering. And so when you look at Donald Trump, who had a great presidency, he wants to come back and be president. And now you have Alvin Bragg and these other knuckleheads like Jack Smith are out there trying to throw him in jail. The American people are going to see through this. And it's not about Republican, Democrat anymore. It is about Americans who need a better country. We significantly need a better president. Joe Biden cannot do that. Only one man can, and that's Donald Trump.
Bravo. Well said, Byron. Well said. That's right. I concur. Wait, who's up?
Well, just to recap, we know President Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts in Lower Manhattan. And if that's the case, I really think we've reached the sub-basement of U.S. history.
Oh, yeah. Right now, we're at rock bottom. Not rock bottom, but put it this way. It's all relative. Since I've been alive and me knowing the history of America in the past and then the greatness that we rose to, this is a very low point. Now, I know, and this, I'm wise enough to know it can get lower than this, and it possibly will. But they have dropped us down in a short amount of time. With this decision, we just said, like 5 levels. The elevator just shot down. No slow bing, bing, bing. All of a sudden, we just dropped like 5 levels. So that's what the Democrats, they were willing to do. They're like, man, it's a gamble, but we're going for it. Yeah. Don't let the elevator take us down. No, let's go. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. We're not going to let the elevator take us down. No, let's go. That's right, y'all. Let's continue, because I always got to take a little song break.
This once unthinkable low. So even when it's sunny, by the way, in the nation's capital, when Biden's speaking, always expect a storm of lies and stumbles with wide bands of irony moving through.
We can't let Putin win. We can't let Putin.
We can't let Putin win. Who's Putin again? Wait a minute. I just pooted some win myself. We talking about we can't let Putin win. I'm trying not to let it win, but it keeps winning. He's probably talking about farting. Yeah. Joe, don't let the Putin win, okay? All right, don't be farting out there on the mic. Okay, I won't let the Putin win. So here he is talking about we can't let Putin win.
That's funny.
It is.
Yeah, and Putin must be laughing. Watching Judge Merchan run his courtroom like any Kremlin crony would run his own in Moscow.
Yeah.
Whenever a viable threat to his power base emerges, just take it out with Soviet-style justice.
Yeah.
Find a crime, any crime, and charge him with it.
Yeah.
This is what's facing Biden's likely successor now, Donald Trump.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people.
Yeah.
And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here.
Y'all.
You have a Soros-backed DA. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man. And it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
And this is long from over.
Jesse.
Trump will be sentenced on July 11th, a week before the Republican National Convention.
What? Now I wonder why. Sentencing on July 11th, a week before the Republican National Convention, where Trump will receive the nomination. Just right before that. So they can say, look at that. The Republicans nominated a convicted felon. A convicted felon. Now, or the sentencing could be, well, you're on house arrest. You can't go to the nomination. No, we need you to stay in your Mar-a-Lago home. So I heard some Republicans who are smart say, how about we move it up? How about we move up the convention to like July 3rd? That would bust their bubble, because everything they're doing with this case is strategic. That's why it's election interference. They are saying, okay, what dates can we interrupt? What things are on his calendar? How can we do these things and coordinate it just right at the time to mess all of that up, to maximize the damage? So go ahead, move that mess up. If the Republicans don't move it up, they're done. They're walking right into what the Democrats' plan is. You gotta outsmart these corrupt folks. You know they set that date for a reason. Counter it. It will expose them. I would set our date to the 3rd and then see if they make an adjustment. Now we need to do the sentencing on the 2nd. So move it up. Boy, these are simple things, man. I mean, I need to become a Republican strategist. But watch us. Now we're still gonna stick with
Given his clean background, age, and presidential status, it's highly unlikely he'll be sentenced to prison. Although this judge is capable of anything. He's a Biden donor and donates to a group called Stop Republicans.
What?
And he spent the last 6 weeks stopping the nation's strongest Republican from campaigning, and sometimes even talking. Trump will appeal and will almost certainly win on appeal, but not until after the election.
And that was the goal. Jesse, tell me more, Jesse. Break this mess down, because Jesse's mad too.
Not that it matters to Democrats. The Biden campaign salivating at the opportunity to call their opponent a convicted felon.
There it is.
This was never about the law. DA Alvin Bragg ran on fighting Trump, not crime.
Look at that big fat bag of trash right there. Do you see that man right there? Just beating up that suit. That suit is having a hard time containing him. It's like, man, dang, what we do? Yeah, so now you see him? That head sitting right on top of that suit. No neck in sight. Not a bit of neck in sight. Where's that Adam Snapple? Nowhere. So let's see what Fat Albert got to say. I think I want the justice is spoken.
And everybody, when they walk around New York, knows he did his job.
Listen to this.
I did my job. Our job is to
stop Trump. I did my job. It's a corrupt, DA, and Soros told me. He gave me my job description. He said, yes, if I give you money and I support you, I want you to stop Donald Trump. And I obeyed him. I was willing to prostitute myself.
Follow the facts and the law without fear or favor.
Look at these people, man. Lie straight through their teeth. Try to make it seem like they have integrity. You know this man is corrupt from the rooter to the tutor.
And that's exactly what we did here. I did my job. We did our job. Many voices out there. The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury, and the jury has spoken.
Yeah, and the people will speak in November. Yeah, I don't care. I already done heard some liberal commentators. Now, this right here is going to be a litmus test for conservatives. They're already setting it up to say, we want to see how many conservatives are going to set their integrity aside and still support and vote for a convicted felon. Boy, they're going to be surprised. I guess we're all going to have no integrity.
The number 3 guy in Biden's Justice Department left to help Bragg resurrect a dead case from 8 years ago and twist an NDA with a bimbo into 34 felonies. And a biased jury bought it.
No suspicions there. This guy somehow comes from the Biden administration, ends up right there working on this case, guys. He demoted himself to go all the way down there and help. But yet, I saw Byron Donalds, I think, that was on TV talking to one of the fake news networks. And they were trying to say that there's no evidence that the Biden administration had anything to do with this. Are you kidding me? I'm so sick of them trying to belittle our intelligence. It's called connecting the dots. It's called having deductive reasoning, context clues, observational skills. That's it. You just say, wait, hold on, this guy worked for the Biden and now he's there. And why would he do that? Why would he leave this nice job, making more money and more steam to go down here? What could possibly be in it for him? And there he is, right there next to Fat Albert.
If silencing bimbo eruptions is a felony, then let's lock up Bill, Carville, and Stephanopoulos.
Go after everybody
who
now.
had their own war room fighting Stormies. And justice has been the theme since 2016.
Yeah, they all
dossiers, hoaxes, CIA and FBI plots, Fauci's pandemic cover-up. And after the last election, Trump's been surrounded with danger. His house was raided. What? His family's privacy violated.
All of that.
The feds given the authority to use deadly force. He's been fingerprinted, mugshot, gagged, censored.
And I guess he just had all that coming for the dummies. You hear all of that? You hear him break down the history of all of the attacks on Trump? And yet when he says, look, this is a hit piece, and when he says, you know what, a lot of African Americans are seeing what they're doing to me, and they're starting to say, man, the system, I told y'all it was corrupt. Trump can't relate to them. It's a shame that he would. No, I can go, yeah, that's right. He does look like he's suffering like in the past many black folks did. Does seem that way. Got a point. So now Jesse's breaking all of that down. But instead of some concluding that, yeah, that does seem suspicious, all of that is going on. Could Trump be really that evil? Could he be that guilty? Could he have done all of those things? What about the stuff that we found out later that these folks lied to us about? But yet we believe them the next time for the next hit piece. What about them taking us 2.5 years telling us Trump was a Russian agent? Had me out there looking stupid to my friends talking about Russia helped him, only to find out the person who told us he was a Russian agent deceived me. But now they come up with another thing. Trump needs to get impeached because of a phone call. Oh, well, now, there you I believe that one. Folks got to be dumb as a box of rocks to not see what is going on. Nobody comes under that many attacks by the powerful government and elites without them being a threat to them. So these folks don't realize Trump is not their enemy. It's the folks that are going after Trump. Boy, I tell you, man.
White substances sent to his kids'
All
homes.
of that. Look at that.
And now unfairly convicted of a made-up crime in a Soviet-style show trial orchestrated by Democrats in their bluest venue.
Yep.
Hatred and fear dominate the Democrat ruling class.
It does.
They hate Trump more than they love the country.
And guess what?
And fear that you'll put him back in power. In that way, they hate you because power is all they love.
There you go. Well said, Jesse. Now, he has a good point. So, they hate Trump, and therefore, indirectly, they hate us. So, what these folks have now done is pretty much open up the can to destroy the whole country. They're doing it on multiple fronts. They're doing it because they're dividing the country through lies and accusations of racism. Trump's going to do this. He's going to do that. They've taken the hate amongst citizens to a whole nother level by not just telling these folks that, yeah, we got Republicans and Democrats that disagree on policies, but now we got Republicans that are threats to our democracy. Trump and all of his MAGA supporters are threats to our democracy. They're using some of the most vicious labels and accusations that is crushing our country in regards to the unity that we should have. So now we got folks bitter with each other. And if only the bubbleheads would realize that conservatives don't hate them. See, the Democrats have successfully manipulated a large population of our citizens to hate us, thinking that we're the enemy. We don't give a darn about them. We're sitting back. Y'all are hating us. We're looking way above you guys because we look at you guys as the victims of these people. Once y'all realize who's really the puppet masters, y'all will realize we're not the ones y'all should be fighting against. We're not the danger to democracy. Trump supporters aren't the ones. It's the very people who are saying Trump and all of his supporters, y'all need to hate them. Y'all need to do this. Trump did this and he did that. And we're going, get out of the way, y'all, all you liberals. We understand you're brainwashed. You're just victims of manipulation. You're not our enemy. These folks are. The Alvin Braggs, the Bidens, the Clintons, the Soros, all of them, the deep state. Those are the real enemies. See, and if the Americans don't wake up, it's going to be too late, man. Too late.
And they're willing to do anything to cling to it.
Yep.
They're willing to destroy the rule of law.
Yep.
The Republic has been wounded by weak lawyers
Big time.
and talentless political bloodhounds. But remain confident.
What?
That the American people's sense of fairness and justice will prevail, and that these evil men and women will be vanquished and the injustice rectified, and the stain on our democracy washed away.
Yeah, Jesse.
Remain steady and calm.
Steady and calm.
And focused on the goal. Juries don't decide our election. You do. So do what's right. We can't take this anymore.
He's not guilty at all.
We're not gonna take it. Yeah. We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. See, I'm singing my rock song. I gotta come right from the voice. We're not gonna take it. So now, let's hear from the people. The people. As we close out. We done heard from the professionals. Let's go to the streets, because I'm sure by now, all of these people are going to be like, this is a bunch of bull crap. I put all my faith in Trump. And look at this. Now he's a convicted felon. We're not going to support him. We're not going to support him.
Goal. Juries don't decide our election.
They
you
sure
do.
don't, Jesse.
So do what's right. We can't take this anymore.
He's not guilty at all. I was in the court every day. He's not guilty. There's no evidence.
You tell him, girl from China, he's not guilty at all. Not guilty. No, I was there.
No evidence. They all lie.
No evidence.
Blue state.
All lie.
All the juries. It's a hate Trump. They hate Trump.
They hate Trump.
They say he's guilty. It's not guilty. Yeah. And he'll be back. Yeah, he'll be back. Trump 2024.
Oh, you hear her? Trump 2024. Go on, girl.
Stop. Never give up.
Never give up. I love her. I don't know who she is, but she just went off. Like I was there. He's not guilty. See, we all know that. And yet they're all getting up there on TV right through their lips. Like it's obvious that justice has been served. Let's hear from this brother.
Do for Donald Trump's chances at the presidency now?
He's going to win. He's going to get more voters than ever. He's going to win.
Let me say this. My mind was not made up before, but it is definitely made up now.
Talk to me, bro.
And I will definitely be voting for Donald Trump because the weaponization of the legal system, it is so blatant, and this corruption cannot stand.
So wait, you mean to tell me you're not convinced that Trump deserved 2 impeachments, 4 indictments, and to be found guilty for a crime they can't describe and explain? You mean to tell me you didn't fall for that? It's unbelievable. I can't believe, bro. But that's good, though. Yeah, I'll take it.
Whether I like Donald Trump or not, which I don't, I feel that it is essential that I vote for him because I must stand against the lawfare that was put on display by the Democratic Party, Alvin Bragg, all of these folks. And it's a shame because I'm a New Yorker. I live here in New York. And as a black man who lives in the United States and in New York, I know what it's like to have the legal system used against you, specifically targeting you. So, I mean, bro.
Wait a minute, because we heard Joy Reid and all them go crazy when Trump said black people are able to relate to Trump because of how they've been abusing the system going after him. Yeah. I guess, this black guy right here didn't get the memo from Joy Reid because she said that's not true. And black people aren't supported. They're going to have such a rude awakening. So this guy who hates Trump, don't worry, brother. You'll learn to love him. Don't worry. Another paycheck, you'll love him again in the morning. Okay? Okay? Yeah. So it's okay. Come on over. Come on over to Magaland. Okay? There's room. There's room at the altar. So now people who are saying, man, it ain't about Trump anymore. This right here is uncommon. They done went ahead and released the beast. We see what these folks are capable of doing. So maybe I should support the guy who they're going after, who they're torturing, who they are persecuting. Maybe I should. There's a reason why they're going after this guy. Nobody put that together? See, when you look at this, you should be thinking, wait a minute. Is he really that evil, or is there another motive that they have unleashed all of this to go after him? Could it be that he's a threat to them? I agree with you, bro. Come on over.
At the end of the day, to expect us to just sit back and watch this happen and just ride with it like it's okay, like we're stupid and we don't see what's going on, that's crazy.
It is.
Because if you can do something like this to a former president of the United States, just imagine, people, imagine what they can do to us. I'm sorry, but I'm all in.
Bring it in.
Trump 2024.
Trump 2024.
I don't think that he had a fair chance here in New York. I think that it was rigged from the beginning. I think that this was all a setup. They just don't want him running. They're very intimidated by him. And I think at the end, he's still going to win. Because
will this help Donald Trump in the long run?
100%. I wouldn't doubt he's raising millions and millions of dollars right now.
And he did. In 7 hours, raised like $30-something million. Could we be looking at a backfire? Could we be looking at a reversal? Just when they thought they had him down for the count. So now, wait a minute. You telling me the voodoo, the witchcraft is not working on American citizens? And this is what infuriates me. They belittle our intelligence. Democrats get up there with straight faces. I heard Alexandria Cortez out there today talking about how justice has been served. And I'm going, y'all wonder why Trump is getting stronger. Y'all are saying these things as if we are dumb. Y'all are doing these things as if we can't see what you're really doing. It is so obvious. And then when the new polls come out and y'all see he's gotten stronger and more support, y'all are scratching your domes going, what is it? Why can't we stop this guy? Why aren't people believing us? We can't believe it. He's still getting stronger.
How do you feel about Trump being convicted in New York City?
Oh, tell us, brother.
2024.
That brother sharp, ain't he? You see, cool too. Trump 24. What'd you say, bro? You heard me, man. Trump 24. Let's hear him again.
You think people are still supporting him?
Of course they're supporting him.
Why?
That's a real life pimp. Y'all see this? Oh, man. Wait a minute, y'all. He gonna make me bust out mine. Oh, that brother cooler than a fan. Oh, yeah, you see that? You like it. I know you like it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Trump 2024, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
Because he's Trump.
Yeah, he ain't got to give you no answer because he's Trump. You know what I'm saying, baby? You know what I'm saying? I love you. Who is this?
Me 3 things Biden did for us for real.
3 things?
I couldn't tell you.
And I'ma wait.
Shout out to my boy Trump, though. My boy Trump. I can't wait till you come home, boy. You gonna be the real one, boy.
Now, wait, whoa, are these all white nationalists? Because the word on the street is the blacks, they hate Trump. Yeah, this dude ain't speaking with the King's English. That man right there, yeah, Trump 2024, but you know what I'm saying? That one, I can barely understand what that kid is saying.
Are you still voting for Trump?
Hell yeah! Who ain't gonna vote for him? My boy gonna be the president locked up. Okay.
That's it.
Hey, man. Free Trump.
Free Trump, boy.
Trump was just found guilty on all 34 charges of falsifying business records in the Manhattan hush money trial. Yeah. And everyone that watches my videos knows that I don't take a Republican side, I don't take a Democrat side, I don't take a conspiracy theory side. Okay. I just take the side of common sense. And common sense tells me that this is insane. I mean, we're literally living in Sri Lanka at this point.
And nobody wants that. And that's why the Democrats have opened up a whole can of whoop butt. Because even folks that might hate Trump, they hate looking at a system that'll abuse the power if they had to. They hate that more if they're smart. I could be sitting back going, man, I might hate this dude, but if the system show me that it's broken, they didn't show the kink, they didn't show their real colors. I'm going, that's a dangerous system right there. That system right there, even though it might be going after this man, when it's done with him, it might just turn its attention to me. Now we got us a common enemy. If I'm sitting back looking at some type of serial killer go after somebody else, and I go, it ain't got nothing to do with me. You think if Jason string up a couple people over there, he's not going to stop and go and look at me? I'm going, we might need to team up and kill Jason. Okay, nobody wants a Jason hovering around over our heads. I don't want to be looking over my shoulder like, yeah, I thought it was cute and funny when he went in and I did this, but now all of a sudden I'm hearing music in the background going, shh, shh, shh. You hear that? No, I ain't hear nothing. Is that just me? I guess so. You know what that music means. So I can't be sitting back going, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. People see it. They're going, right about now, the government looks like it's the biggest threat to democracy. These Democrats.
This is what dictators do of third world countries to their political opponents. This is what Putin does.
Putin?
And if this exact same situation was happening to a Democrat right now, any Democrat, I would be saying the same thing because it's wrong. Not only is it wrong, but it's also entirely hypocritical. What? Because people that were a part of this trial were saying that the voters of Donald Trump deserve to know this information before they voted for him in 2016 and 2020. That. So why don't the voters get to know about Hillary Clinton's 36,000 emails then?
Good question.
That's so hypocritical. Why didn't the voters get to know about Hunter Biden's laptop?
Yeah.
Why didn't the voters get to know about Hunter and Joe Biden's business dealings in Ukraine and what 10% for the big guy meant?
Yeah.
And again, I'm trying to come out of a place of common sense here. As an independent voter, I want to know what Joe and Hunter's emails were about now. I want to know what Hillary Clinton's emails were about now, as much as I want to know about this Donald Trump shit.
Yeah, and you know what? Why not? Why not, since it's lawfare? I say we call up a couple hardcore local prosecutors and say, hey, man, why don't you reopen the case into the Clintons? Why don't you look into the Clinton Foundation and what went on over there in Haiti? I know it ain't got nothing to do with you. I know you're from Ohio. But at this point, we can just go ahead and go after anybody, right? We can just go after anybody. I mean, it's a whole bunch of folks we need to be looking into right about now since the Democrats have opened up this can of worms. Yeah, we want to know about all of that stuff. Boy, this guy's upset about it and I like it.
So you cannot say that voters deserve to know about this without saying that voters deserve to know about all of the other stuff that the Democrats also did. It's hypocritical.
Call me crazy, but I don't think that this conviction of Donald Trump is really going to move the needle for the election at all. So all of the Democratic strategists or whatever that I'm sure are booked and busy for tonight's newscast that about maybe 300,000 people will watch, save your money, because I think Joe's still gonna lose.
Oh, and she's not a Trump fan, y'all. She don't like Trump. Yeah, she don't even like Trump, y'all. But she's smart enough to see that this is a bunch of bullcrap.
Because the idea of voting for Donald Trump now that he's a felon, I think everyone who's a Dem strategist should honestly be fired.
Me too.
Because if anyone is seeing this whole prosecution as anything other than a lightning rod to get Republicans to the polls, see them out of the room. Because what are you doing? You just made him like a martyr.
And Democrats are too stupid. In the beginning of my show, I said that there's nobody in their crew that stop and think about cause and effect. Nobody in the Democrat think tank that says, hey guys, we might want to slow down on this. What do you think's going to happen if we find him guilty? Maybe we should look at past experiences and data. Isn't it odd that every single time we come up with this crap, every time we attack him, every time we indict him, every time we try to impeach him, he grew more and more popular? How about we try something different, guys? How about we leave him be? They ain't got nobody over there. They have all of their strategists should be fired. The people who sit there in the Democrat Party and says, hey guys, you know what? One indictment won't do. You know what I think would definitely convince the people that Trump's evil? 4. Yeah, that's how Democrats think. Hey guys, you know what? We need to stop Brett Kavanaugh. One accusation from Blasey Ford is not good enough. You know what I think would really sell it? Let's just say he was running a sex operation in high school. A sex ring operation in high school. I think that'll sell it. What do you think, guys? That's how these folks over in the Democrat Party thinks. Is evil that strong where it compromises, your ability to be subtle with it? I mean, y'all go over the top with the evil. So now all of a sudden, people are looking at this and they're going, man, you're only going to encourage folks to go, I'm going straight down there and vote for Trump, even though I started off going, I don't know. Now I am. None of this worked. I'm saying, what are y'all getting out of this? If you're not going to be able to stop people from supporting him, in fact, you probably are going to encourage more people to support him. Is it just to have the title that he is a convicted felon? This guy right here is a felon. A popular one? A felon that won and beat y'all butts? How is that going to look? How's that going to look when a felon is chosen over you raggedy folks that all should be brought up on felony charges as well?
What are you doing? I don't understand why they're even pursuing this. It's such a waste of time. Because he paid a porn star who he was cheating on his wife with, his wife who, I'm sorry, you couldn't convince me, even likes him and didn't know? Crazy. Oh, not even crazy, just a complete waste of time.
It is.
And is Stormy Daniels in any trouble at all? Can you take a check? Can you take a hush money check, but you can't write a hush money check? I don't know. And I'm not going to read into it. I'm not going to go and search.
Please don't.
All I'm going to say, and it's just my opinion.
What?
I don't think this is going to move the needle at all.
Oh, it's
if
not.
anything, I think Republicans are going to be more fired up.
Oh, yes, they will.
And I hate to say this because I'm a Democrat. I'm still not voting for Joe Biden.
Good. I'll take it. Yeah, she might not be smart enough to see that Trump is the solution. But she's smart enough to know the Democrats are stupid. And they're only going to encourage us, baby. Only going to encourage us, baby. And therefore, she said, Caesar. Therefore, she said she's going to stay her butt home. She ain't voting for Joe. So that's a vote for us.
I really can't vote for him after what is going on in Palestine. I just, on the Gaza Strip, seeing all that pain and suffering, and then just seeing the United States block all the UN resolutions.
Stay home.
I can't get behind that.
No, you can't. Stay home. Uh-oh. Now we got us a real one to take us out in style. Y'all see that hat right there on top of his dome? What'd that say, y'all? Make America great again. Drop it on us, brother.
It's upsetting, but at the same time, it gives us hope because the people on the ground, people like me, people that are here, people who have been fighting, grassroots people, the minority community, Latin, black community, we are going to be so angry. I'm going to fight, and we're going to say, he's just like one of us. That's what's going to happen. We're going to understand that he's just like one of us, and that if they could do that to a sitting president, to a former president, if they could do that to him, they could do that to us. But now, what you're going to see is, I guarantee, the poll numbers are going to go so high up. He's going to get a brand new wave of new supporters like he's never had before. If you thought he won in 2020, which he did, and won in 2016, wait till you see 2024. You're gonna see a massive red wave, and we the people here on the ground are pissed, but we're happy because we know the end.
Amen. Give it to him, brother. Amen. That brother didn't even break stride. He didn't take one breath. You hear him? That man right there was straight like, man, let me tell you something. You know what? The next time we'll do that, wait until we get to, you know, we're going to do that. You wait until November. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Jump in. First thing we all knew, we knew he was going to be guilty. If it wasn't going to be guilty, they wouldn't have came back so fast today. Okay, that's number one. Number two is we all knew it was a sham. The thing is that we have to take a deep breath and realize that this is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Trump supported a silent majority.
The silent majority.
Be silent anymore. Just because the good people silent, the evil people get away for so long. You know, too many cowards. And I admit, I used to be a chicken.
You hear that? You got the Asian lady admitted. I admit I used to be a chicken, but she ain't no chicken no more. She is not a chicken. Caw. She's not like, Justin Trudeau up there. The Asian lady that got bold out there rocking the MAGA hat and sunglasses.
But now, to save our country, to bring back our country, we have to be courageous.
There's going to be a firestorm of stuff.
Y'all see Willie Nelson? Y'all see Santa Claus right there? That's right, brother. Tell us.
It's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. They don't realize it.
President Trump's donation site.
Yeah, my sister just went to go donate, and it is down right now because so many people are donating.
God bless them. God bless them. The man was wrongly convicted. He's innocent of all charges.
Yes.
I'm outraged. Outraged.
I'm outraged too. It's gonna backfire on Joe Biden. Trump is gonna win, even if he's in the jail or not. So that's it. Trump 2024. Fuck Joe.
Y'all hear this? Soul sister. Drop that F-bomb. She said, forget F Joe Biden. She said, forget let's go Brandon. She said, I'm going with the raw footage.
Screw Joe Biden.
I hope you're seething mad. I want you to be seething mad. I want you to be angry, but I want you to channel that energy. I want you to channel that anger. I want you to channel that seething to something positive. It's called victory. The only way we sort this out, the only way this is sorted out is to win. If we win, we can sort it.
Yes, Bannon. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, man. So y'all hear that? All those reactions to this? Oh, man. Now, I'm wondering how the left is taking this. I'm wondering if they're looking and going, okay, anybody got any results? I mean, we're trying to figure this out and see just how this is all going to turn out here. We done did it. We done went and did it. So now they got to deal with the consequences. And I'm telling you, we better be smart, but we better be aggressive. We got to go on the offense. We got to be tough, and we got to dish out some pain. See, I'm telling you, what makes you decide I better get up and go to the doctor is the pain. What makes you say, oh, you know what, I better stop touching that area is the pain. So Republicans have to get hard. They got to make sure that they dish out enough pain to where these Democrats go, ow, we better not do that again. And guess who else needs to dish out the pain? We do in November. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to bring it all. I came to bring the pain hardcore to their brains. I'm going to go there and I'm going to vote. They're going to hear me and it sound like I'm lifting weights when I punch the ballot. Why is that guy in there screaming? How many times do I get to just one? I'm trying to get a set in. Can I get 10? Man, I want to bring the pain on them. I want these folks to go, wow, did we blow this? I knew it was going to, maybe we'd take a hit, but good grief, we done lost every position in the House and the Senate. I want them negative, man. I would love to see, and I'll be honest, I want to see the Democrat Party wiped off the face of the United States. Completely wiped off. I mean, I don't care what it's replaced with, but I don't want to see the Democrat Party exist anymore. That's how much damage these people have done, and that's how much pain I wish on them. Yeah, I'm talking about the party. Nah, I ain't talking, don't go out there, people talking about, he wishing death on all the Democrats. No, I want the whole party dissolved because it can't function anymore because it has no more support. That's how bad I want them beat. I want them to be like, dude, we got to just scrap the whole party. And the Republicans better get it together or our party is going to get scrapped and we're going to become the MAGA party. That's what's going to happen. If we don't come strong and correct, we might as well start us a new one too. Can't be messing around with these funky rhinos. Do we need a MAGA party? Maybe we do. So God bless y'all. God bless America. I kept it under 2 hours, but it's Friday, y'all. Might as well have a little fun. But I did want to go, and I didn't even get to all the reactions. There's some other reactions to this that is great. I'll get to them at some point, and we'll see how this unfolds, man. But boy, have they opened up a can of worms, and I'm going to make them eat it every chance I get. So God bless y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button, share my videos, follow me on all the other social media platforms. I'm going salsa dancing tonight. I gotta relieve myself of all the stress, okay? Going salsa dancing. So wish me luck coming out of retirement. Hopefully I still got a move or two, get my boogie on, all right? But hit that like button, share my videos, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And what else? Oh, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do so. The link is below the video to do that. I got a Cash App and a PayPal. And then, of course, if you want to check out Kevin's Corner Store, you can do that as well. Now, with no further ado, God bless y'all. God bless America. Let's bounce, baby, bounce, baby, bounce, 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 baby. Yeah, wrap y'all throats. Yeah. See y'all next time. Kevin's Corner. Take care. I would give y'all Gizmo, but I think Gizmo hurt his back, y'all. That's why he's been, so I got to go get him some medicine tomorrow. I got to get my boy back together because he's been moping. He don't even play with his ball no more. Man, I'm sitting there like, man, that ain't my dog. What's wrong with my dog, y'all? Y'all know I ain't going to be right if something happened to Gizmo. All right, but we're getting ready. God bless.